Right now, as you're watching this, nearly half the planet is sabotaging their relationships, and they have no idea why. A groundbreaking 2025 study just revealed something shocking. The way you were held, or not held as a baby, is the hidden blueprint controlling every relationship you'll ever have. And here's the terrifying part. If you're single and dating, your odds of meeting someone with a broken attachment system are over 70%. So which one are you? And more importantly, can you fix it before it's too late? Before we dive in, let me warn you. What you're about to discover might be uncomfortable, because we're going to expose the real reason your relationships keep following the same painful patterns. But stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll finally understand what's been going wrong and how to change it. And if you want to discover your attachment style right now, drop a comment below saying assessment, and I'll send you a free research-backed test. Let's go back to the 1950s. British psychiatrist John Bowlby was studying something nobody understood. Why do some people thrive in relationships while others destroy every good thing they touch? What he discovered changed psychology forever. He found that your brain creates a relationship blueprint in the first few years of life, based entirely on how your primary caregivers responded to you. And here's where it gets wild. Emerging research from 2025 that followed people for decades just confirmed. Your early relationships with your caregivers in childhood predict every major relationship you'll have as an adult: parents, friends, coworkers, and especially romantic partners. People who felt closer to their caregivers and had less conflict in childhood, they felt more secure in all their adult relationships. That first bond literally programs your relationship operating system. There are exactly 4 attachment styles, but here's what psychology textbooks won't tell you. Even though roughly 55% of the general population is secure, if you're actively dating, your odds are way worse. Why? Because secure people pair off early and stay together. They're not endlessly cycling through dating apps, which means the dating pool is flooded with the other 3 types. Translation: if you're single over 30, your odds of meeting someone with insecure attachment are over 70%. Let's talk about what you're dealing with. Attachment style number 1. Secure. The winner. Secure attachment. This is the gold standard, and roughly 55% of the general population has this style. But remember, most of them are already in stable relationships. If you're dating, you're hunting for a unicorn. If you're securely attached, you grew up with caregivers who were consistent, responsive, and emotionally available. When you cried, they came. When you needed comfort, they gave it. When you wanted independence, they supported it. As an adult, this looks like you trust your partner without being clingy. You can communicate your needs without fear. You handle conflict without shutting down or exploding. You're comfortable with both intimacy and independence. Studies show secure people have 70 to 73% higher relationship satisfaction rates and significantly lower divorce rates. They're not perfect, but they can navigate relationship challenges without blowing everything up. Now, let's talk about the other 3 styles that make relationships feel like walking through a minefield. Attachment style number 2. Anxious. The pursuer. Anxious attachment. This affects roughly 20% of the population. And if this is you, relationships feel like an emotional roller coaster you can't get off. Here's what happened in childhood. Your caregivers were inconsistent. Sometimes they were there, sometimes they weren't. You never knew which version you'd get. So your brain learned, I need to protest louder to get love. As an adult, this shows up as constantly needing reassurance that your partner loves you, checking their phone because your mind invents worst-case scenarios, overanalyzing every text message, why did they only use one emoji? Feeling like you love them more than they love you. Your biggest fear? Abandonment. Your biggest behavior? Clinging tighter when you sense distance. Here's the problem. A 2025 study found that anxious attachment is strongly linked to higher relationship dissatisfaction and breakup rates. Why? Because the constant need for validation eventually exhausts even the most patient partner. But here's what most people don't know. This isn't about being needy or crazy. Your nervous system is literally stuck in threat mode, scanning for signs of abandonment 24/7. You're not broken. You're hypervigilant because your childhood taught you love disappears without warning. And if you're anxiously attached, you probably keep attracting the next type, which creates absolute chaos. Attachment style number 3. Avoidant, the distancer. Avoidant attachment. Roughly 20% of the population falls into this category, and these are the people who seem emotionally untouchable. In childhood, your caregivers were emotionally unavailable or dismissive. When you reached for comfort, they pushed you away or told you to toughen up, so your brain learned, needing others is dangerous. Vulnerability is weakness. I must handle everything alone. As an adult, you're the person who feels suffocated when partners want too much closeness, pulls away the moment things get too emotional or serious, values independence above connection, sometimes obsessively, says things like, I don't need anyone, even when you secretly crave intimacy. Ghosts people when things get too real. And here's the devastating reality. A 2019 study of over 400 adults found that avoidant attachment significantly predicts divorce. Even when controlling for age and other factors, higher avoidance scores meant higher likelihood of relationship failure. The cruel irony? Avoidants often attract anxiously attached partners, creating the anxious avoidant trap. She pursues, he withdraws. He withdraws, she pursues harder. It's a dance nobody wins. If this is you, here's the truth. You're not cold. You're not heartless. You learn to survive by not needing anyone. But survival mode isn't the same as thriving. Attachment style number 4, disorganized. The chaos. Disorganized attachment. This is the rarest and most misunderstood style, affecting roughly 5% of the population, but it causes the most pain. This develops when your caregiver was both your source of comfort and your source of fear. Maybe they were loving one moment and frightening the next. Or perhaps you experienced abuse, neglect, or witnessed domestic violence. Your safe person was also your dangerous person. Your brain is caught in an impossible paradox. The system that's supposed to seek safety gets activated by the same person who triggers danger. It's like having a smoke alarm that also starts fires. As an adult, this creates a pattern that feels like emotional whiplash. You desperately want love, but you're terrified of it at the same time. You swing between clinging desperately and running away. You sabotage relationships the exact moment they start feeling safe or good. You're attracted to chaotic, unpredictable partners because calm feels boring or fake. You struggle with emotional regulation, trust, and believing you deserve love. Research from 2025 shows disorganized attachment is linked to double the rates of chronic pain, higher rates of self-harm, and significantly higher psychological distress compared to other styles. If this is you, I need you to hear this. This is not your fault. Disorganized attachment isn't a personality flaw. It's a survival response to genuine danger. Your brain adapted to keep you alive in an environment where love and threat came from the same source. That's not weakness. That's resilience. And with trauma-informed therapy, especially EMDR or somatic therapy, this absolutely can heal. It's not easy, but it's possible. So, here's the moment of truth. Did one of these descriptions make you uncomfortable? Did you feel seen in a way that almost hurt? Did you pause the video to think about your ex? That's your attachment style showing itself. Remember that number from the beginning? While 55% of people are secure, that leaves 45% operating on faulty programming. And in the dating world, that number flips. This is why. You keep choosing the same wrong person with a different face. Your relationships follow the same painful pattern on repeat. You feel like you're too much or not enough, never just right. Love feels exhausting, unpredictable, or suffocating instead of nourishing. You self-sabotage right when things are going well. But here's the good news, and this is crucial. Attachment styles are not life sentences. They can change. Emerging research from 2025 confirms what therapists have known for years. Your attachment style is not hardwired. It's a pattern. And patterns can be rewired through something called neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new neural pathways. A 2025 study that followed couples for 20 months found that attachment anxiety and avoidance decreased significantly over time, especially when partners were committed to growth. Your brain can learn new relationship software. Here's what actually works. First, awareness. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. Simply recognizing your pattern breaks 50% of its power. You're no longer unconsciously repeating, you're consciously choosing. Second, therapy, particularly attachment-focused therapy, EMDR, or somatic therapy. Studies show therapy has a 70 to 73% success rate in helping people develop earned secure attachment. That's higher than most medical treatments. Third, relationships with secure people. This is the game changer nobody talks about. Being in relationship with someone who's securely attached can literally rewire your nervous system over time. Their consistency teaches your brain, oh, love doesn't have to hurt. People can actually stay. This is called earned secure attachment, and it's one of the most beautiful things in psychology. Fourth, nervous system regulation. Learning to calm your fight or flight response through meditation, somatic therapy, breathwork, or even regular exercise literally changes your brain structure. You're not just thinking differently, you're rewiring your threat detection system. And here's the kicker. You don't need to become perfectly secure to have healthy relationships. You just need to move towards security. Progress, not perfection. All right, here's exactly what to do if you recognized yourself in one of the insecure styles. No fluff, just what works. Step 1. Take an assessment. Get crystal clear on your attachment style. Comment assessment below and I'll send you a free research-backed test. You can't heal what you can't name. Step 2. Journal on these questions. Pull out a notebook. Right now. What did I learn about love and relationships growing up? When do I feel most anxious, distant, or chaotic in relationships? What patterns do I keep repeating with different people? What would change if I believed I was worthy of secure love? Step 3. Find professional support. Look for a therapist who specializes in attachment theory, trauma, or relational therapy. Psychology. Today's directory lets you filter by specialty. This isn't something you have to fix alone. And frankly, you shouldn't try to. Step 4. Practice opposite action. This is key. Slow down for emphasis. This technique comes from DBT therapy, and it's wildly effective. Here's how it works. Anxious? Practice giving your partner space without immediately seeking reassurance. When you feel the urge to text, "Do you still love me?" Pause. Breathe. Wait 30 minutes. The world won't end. Avoidant? Practice vulnerability. Share one feeling per day. Start small. I felt happy when you texted me today. That's it. You don't have to bare your soul. Just crack the door open. Disorganized? Work with a trauma-informed therapist to build safety first. Your healing isn't about trying harder. It's about creating an environment where your nervous system can finally relax. That requires professional support. And here's the thing nobody tells you. Opposite action will feel wrong when you do it. If it feels like you're going against your gut, you're doing it right. Your gut is just your trauma talking. Your healing is teaching your gut a new language. Look, here's the bottom line. Every single person watching this video came into the world wired for connection. That's not just psychology, that's biology. We are literally designed to bond, to love, to belong. Your attachment style might explain your patterns, but it doesn't define your destiny. You're not damaged goods. You're not broken beyond repair. You're a human being who adapted to survive, and now you're learning to thrive. The fact that you watched this video all the way to the end, that tells me you're ready for something different. That tells me you're done repeating the same painful cycles. That tells me you're brave enough to look in the mirror and say, I want better, and I'm willing to do the work. So here's what I want you to do right now, and I mean right now, not later when I remember. 1. Hit subscribe. If you want more videos on relationships, psychology, attachment, and personal growth, we're building a community of people who refuse to settle for toxic love. 2. Drop a comment with your attachment style. Be brave, this is a judgment-free zone. Say anxious, avoidant, disorganized, or secure but my ex wasn't. Let's normalize this conversation. 3. Share this video with someone who needs to see it. That friend who keeps dating the same type of person. That sibling who sabotages every good relationship. You might just change their life. Your past shaped you, but it doesn't have to script your future. Secure attachment is possible, Healthy love is possible. Earned security is possible. You are possible. And you're worth the work it takes to get there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.